Hello, and good morning, and welcome to Waking Up with Depeche Mode. My name is Ray Luna. Let's make sure we got sound on here. Hello, my name is Ray Luna, and I teach piano tutorials here on YouTube as well as Twitch. And then I broadcast live on Facebook to my family and friends. So we're going to start with a little bit of Depeche Mode. On this channel, we teach songs from the 80s. So we're going to do a little bit of Depeche Mode from the Music for the Masses album. This is from 1987. I'm getting a quick stream in because we have an appointment today, so I have to take off early, so we're up bright and early. Let's go ahead and jump right in. This is from the 1987 album. This is called Pimp. We're in the key of D major here. Right, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this. This is also the beginning of the Rose Bowl album, the 101 album, right? Because this was the end of the concert tour for the masses there. That's what we're going to learn today, okay? So there's about 4 parts. So let me go ahead and show you the right hand first. Okay, we're starting with D here, right? I think we're about an octave. This is C, I believe, middle C here. And so we're about an octave up. We're going to go to a B flat, down to an A, then a little slide right here from the F sharp down to the G, okay? Okay, it kind of helps me. I'm showing you kind of tips on how I play it as well. So I kind of slide my thumb from the F sharp down to the G. Okay? Okay, don't forget that C sharp. It's very important because it's very accented. Right? So you kind of hit that D, really accent the D. Right, now you're going to switch to the next one, to an E. Okay, now you're just playing these notes. Back to the D. Sorry. Okay, see the difference between the two? So we're going to call the first one part 1. The second one is part 2. Then back to part 1. Okay, now we're going to go to part 3. Starting on the E, D, B flat, A. Okay, now that first time you play it, remember you're coming from here. Okay, the first time you play it is going to start with your pinky here. Then stretch all the way up to an A, an octave higher. Okay, so right now you're going to cross over. See that? Crossover. Right? So keep practicing that. I practice it until I can do it with my eyes closed. So start with the pinky first. Now start crossing over. If you could do it with your eyes closed, try to practice that. Anyway, okay, that's just a challenge. Because that is part 3, right? So part 1. Part 2. Back to part 1. Back to part 2. Getting ready for part 3. Part 4. Okay, let's do that again. Coming out of part 3. Part 4. Back to part 1, okay? So that is tricky. Coming out of part 3, which is crossover. Now watch this. So I use the same finger. Okay, that is how you do it. Now, we got to add the left hand. Right? As if that wasn't tricky enough. Let's go ahead and add the left hand. So in the left hand, you're going to follow with your chords here. So you're starting with your D. F sharp. Back to D. F sharp. G. Okay, so that is kind of what you're doing. But remember, the song starts with just the right hand first. It goes through the whole thing. Then the next pass, it just goes like this. Then it goes. Right? You're just hitting it twice. Then the third one, you go like this. You jump up an octave. Back down to D. So let's slow it down. Here we go. It's the same pattern. Oh, sorry, jump up. Okay, like that. So on the first one, on 1, you go. Like that. Then by itself. Okay, so it's like this. Let's do it again. to F sharp. Back down to D. F sharp. G. Do it again. E. Back to D. Right, like that. So just get that pattern down, and it's the same through all 4 chord changes, so okay? So just remember that change on the 1. 1. That is Pimp by Depeche Mode in the key of D. Okay, so now the concert starts, right? Pimp goes, and now we go right into, we're going to do a little bit from the 101 album here. Let's go ahead and soften the piano a little bit. Let's see here, let's soften this up. All right, let's put it in the right key. We're going to do a little behind the wheel now. This is also from the 1987 album Music for the Masses. I was a junior in high school. And yes, I was at the Rose Bowl. I did get to see the Rose Bowl concert. I was 17 years old. I can't believe it. Okay, where's Behind the Wheel? Is this the one I never know the key signature of? I think this is the one I never wrote down. Oh, I did finally write it down. So it's in D minor? Really? Okay. Cool. Let's change the relative major, which is F major. And let's rock a little behind the wheel. So let's change the right key. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we got first? Let's go through the chords. We're starting with a B minor. Okay. Then we're going to go to D minor. Okay. Down to a G minor. And then to B flat. Okay, very similar chords. Subtle difference. See the F to G? G minor with a D in the bass, meaning that's G minor in root. So we're doing the second inversion of G minor. Then we're also doing first inversion of B flat. So your chords, B minor, right? Here's B major, minor, D minor in root, G minor, second inversion, and then first inversion of B flat. Okay, so now in the left hand, you're just going to kind of follow along with the chords. Let's do that again. Here we go. Right to my little girl, drive anywhere, do what you want. I don't care. Tonight I'm in the hands of fate. I hand myself over on a plane. Okay? Haven't played that in a while, so I wanted to practice it. Okay, let's go ahead and go through it. Right? That is your bass line. You can play it with single notes or play it octaves like I do. Maybe go a little deeper. There's your B, then to D. Make sure to do that double tap, you know, that. So it's. Down to a G. To B flat. It's a little too low. Something like that, or you can move it up an octave if you want. Right, so now here's the tricky part. Let's get the timing down. I'll show you the parts in the right hand now. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. So you get the idea of the bass line, right? So once you kind of get that down, it repeats the entire song. So you want to try to get that down. Then there's that other kind of funkier bass line they did later in '88. It's like. Right, something like that. I think Alan plays it when they were on Top of the Pops in the 80s. They did that kind of funkier bass line. But the album version and then the concert version was like, you know. Let's start with this in the right hand. Going from a F sharp, C sharp to D. Or I guess it's a G flat, sorry. Then to A. So going to A. That's when you get your D minor now, so you're in D. So the first one. so D, E, F. Then we're going to go to the G minor. And then it repeats when you go to the B flat. Okay, so it's just these three notes. So let's start from the top. Let's do it again. Here comes a tricky one. Let me walk you through that. Ooh, that's a lot of notes. But it's not that bad. All right, let's do it again. Learn it in little chunks like this. Then this part, then this part. And it's easy, right? See if you learn it like that. So that's your B. Your B, yeah, your B minor. Then D. So let me play it because I forget. So let me do it. Then I go like this. I give it the. Let me slow that down. One more time. Then down to G. Sorry. Okay, so it's kind of tricky because you're almost playing the same thing as you are when you're playing the D. Because you're playing the same two notes here, but the G this time. Make sure you hit that D there. Okay, so let's do it again. Oh my goodness. Okay, so don't let that trick you up. Then you're gonna do it again. And end on the E this time, okay? So the first time you end on the D. Then this time it's the B flat. Sorry. Okay, so let's walk through that from the top. I know this is the trickiest part of the song, so that's why I'm taking so much time with it. So here we go. do it one more time. And that is it. Okay, I never think about it. You know, it's kind of tricky when you're breaking it down because I have not thought about how to play that in so long. I just play it, you know? So let's do it. Now, here's the tricky part. If you got to get the bass line, but putting the hands together, I won't lie to you, is a trick, okay? So I would start with just maybe quarter notes, you know? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2. Right, start working it out. Maybe even go to eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Actually, that's what I would do. I would go with eighth notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So I'm sorry, I should play it right though if I'm going to do it. Like that. I would practice like that. Then you're going to get that little 16th in there. You just get that little double tap right there. So now you're just going to hit the chords and just go through the bass line. But when you're singing the verses, my little girl, drive anywhere, do what you want, I don't care, tonight I'm in the hands of fate, I have myself and that should do it. I mean, that's most of it. There's some arpeggio. There's like a... There's some sort of arpeggio going on. That's the only part I don't think I know. But other than that, it should be it. Then the other... I guess there's another little melody. It goes like this. So it's like this. And that is pretty much everything that I know on how to play behind the wheel. Now, there's a full tutorial for both those songs on my channel. It's free. Go over to YouTube and you'll see if you want to watch it again, you can slow it down, okay? So let's go ahead and move forward. The next song on the agenda was the next song from the concert, which is Strange Love. Let's go ahead and take a look. We're taking a look at some songs from Music for the Masses today. Let's go ahead and take a look at Strange Love. Strange highs and strange lows. Where are you? It's in E minor. So we're going to change to G major. Okay, so Strange Love. Let's change this back to like a piano or something here. Let's see. Let's change it to a grand piano. There'll be a time my crimes will seem almost unforgivable. I give in to sin because you have to make this life livable. But when you think I've had enough from your sea of love, will take more than another river. Oh yes, and I make it all worth it. I'll make your heart smile strange, strange highs and strange lows, strange lows. That's how my love goes strange. Will you give it to me? Will you take the pain? We'll give it to you again and again. Will you return it? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Here's our intro. We're starting with E octaves here. Down to a C, down to A. If I'm not mistaken, then your chords are E minor, C major, and then A minor. Okay, it looks like so. Then I kind of rock the rhythm in the left hand, so like this. So it's something like this. Right, like that. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. If not, there's, like I said, there's a full tutorial on my channel. Okay, then we're going to go to this part. It's going from E. Right? You know, and that's the verse here. There'll be times when, right? So you kind of, I still to this day have trouble singing this and playing it, but let's do it. Try it again. There'll be times when my crimes will seem almost unforgivable. I give in to sin because you have to make this life livable. Right? So I'm going to walk you through it. I'm not exactly playing it and singing it correctly. Close. I've been practicing for only 20 years. But let's go ahead. I'm the slow one in the class. You know what I mean? But once I get it, though, I've got it forever. So let's do this. So you're going to do a little bit of playing with this. These three notes. Right? So it's... Sorry, to the C. Okay, so once again. See how you switch to the C now? You go from the B here. So you're going to the A. So you're playing with these three notes here. So it's back and forth. is your verse, right? And then just follow it with the left hand. There'll be times when my crimes will seem almost unforgivable. I give in to sin because you have to make this life livable. But when you think I've had enough, see love will take more than another river. Yes, and I'll make it all down to D. Okay, so E minor. I'll make it all worthwhile. So you're gonna walk from an A minor to a B minor, C major to D. Okay? So let's go ahead and take that. Yes, and I'll make it all worthwhile. I'll make your heart smile. Then we go to our chorus. Okay, so let me show you that again, right? Let's go. And I'll make it all worthwhile. I'll make your heart smile strange. Strange highs and strange lows. Strange love. That's how my love goes. Strange love. Give it to me. Will you take the pain? I will give to you again and again. And will you return it? All right, so let me go ahead and show you the chorus. Starting with an E minor, strange. And you're going to do 3 walk-ups. You're going to go to the B. Then you're going to go, the second time you're going to go to the A, and then the third one to the C. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Strange love, strange highs and strange lows. Strange love. That's how my love goes. Strange love. Will you give it to me? Right, and then we'll walk through the rest. Okay, so take a look at my hands here. Strange. Go to the A first. Then down to like an A minor with a C in the bass. Strange highs. It's A minors here. We're just playing an inversion, okay? Okay, so strange love. Strange highs and strange lows. That's a D major. Strange love. That's how my love goes. Strange love. Will you give it to me? Okay, so let's do it again. First time you go to the B, then A. Like that, okay? Remember that, okay? So strange love, strange highs and strange lows. Strange love, that's how my love goes. Strange love, will you give it to me? Will you take the pain? So, will you take the pain? I will give to you a G. Okay? Just an inverted G. So, will you take the pain? I will give to you again and again. And will you return it? be days when I'll stray. I may appear to be constantly out of reach. I give in. Something like that, right? Okay, so that is pretty much everything you need to know to play Strange Loves. Let's go ahead and do this again. Strange love, strange highs and strange lows. Strange love. Sorry. That's how my love goes. Strange. Give it to me. Will you take the pain? I will give to you again and again. Now the break in the middle is just simply pain. Will you return it? I'll say it again. Pain. Right, so pain, E minor. That's it. Then it goes to pain. You return it. I'll say it again. Pain. Pain. You return it. I won't say it again. Then Strange Love. Right, and that's it. So that's everything you need to know to play Strange Love by Depeche Mode. I'm going to go ahead and end it there because we're going to finish off with one last song, and then I got to get hitting the road here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and take a look at one last song. We're looking at Music for the Masses, so let me see. I already did Never Let Me Down Again the other day. What other songs do I know from Music for the Masses? Let's see if I know more. Oh, I know one. Here's one we haven't done in a while. Let's see if I remember it. Let me put a piano on. I want you now. Tomorrow won't do. There's a yearning inside, and it's showing through. Reach out your hand and accept my love. Who waited for too long? Enough is enough. I want you now. Oh, my heart is aching, my body is burning, my hands are shaking, my head is turning. You understand, it's so easy to choose. We got time to give, we've got nothing to lose. I want you now. And I don't mean to sound like where's that? One of the boys. It's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be like one of the boys. I just want you now. 'Cause I've got a love that won't wait. A love that is pure. Oh my gosh. 'Cause I've got a love that won't wait. A love that is growing and it's getting late. You know what it means to be left this way. When everyone's gone, those feelings they stay. I want you now. Right? So that's something like that, right? So let's go ahead and walk through. This is I Want You Now. This is also from the Music for the Masses album. I've not played that one in a while. Let me make sure. Let me see here. I Want You Now, Depeche Mode. Yep, from Music for the Masses. Let me see. What track is that one? Let's see all the tracks here. Never mind. Who cares, right? Oh, there's also Little 15. I'm trying to think what songs I know from Music for the Masses. Right, something like that. Okay, so that's a little 15. I'm trying to see the other tracks that I know from this album. I also knew Never Let Me Down Again. Right, okay, but let's get back to the what I was doing. I Want You Now. We're going from G minor, okay? Walking up a fifth in the left hand, a perfect fifth. Right? Up to a D minor. I think it might even be major. So it's major. So back to the G. So I kind of play that twice. Like that. That's your intro. Now, in this part in the verse, you're just going from G minor to a D major, inverted. Like that. I want you now, tomorrow won't do. There's a yearning inside, and it's showing through. Now walk up to an E minor. Okay. To a C. You're gonna go. Okay, so from E minor with a G in the bass, here's your E minor in root. We're going to invert it. Okay, taking that E and putting it up here. Then we're going to change then a C like that with a G in the bass, okay? Okay, so here's C. All right, so E minor. So I want you now, tomorrow won't do. There's a yearning inside, and it's showing through. Reach out your hands, right? So reach out your hands and accept my love. We've waited for too long. Enough is enough. I want you now. Then back to your intro. Like that. Okay, so now we go to verse 2. My heart is aching, my body is burning, my hands are shaking, my head is turning. Do you understand? It's so easy to choose. We've got time to kill, we've got nothing to lose. I want you now. Now this part, here's the chords. And I don't wanna be like, or I don't wanna sound like one of the boys. So we're going from G minor, walking down a D, then walking down a C minor. Like that, okay? So, and I don't wanna sound like one of the boys. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be like one of the boys. I just want you now. Something like that, right? Okay, so let's do it. And I don't mean to sound like one of the boys. So I'm just I'm taking away the octave in the left hand. I'm going single notes because it's just too deep down here. So I guess you could do it. And I don't want to sound like one of the boys. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be like one of the boys. I just want you. 'Cause I've got a love that won't wait, a love that is growing and it's getting late. Do you know what it means to be left this way? When everyone's gone, those feelings they stay. I want you now. So now the tricky part is the outro, where you play that, you play this, you play the thing as the intro, right? But then you got to sing, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that is I Want You Now. And there's a full tutorial on YouTube there. Let me see if I have a little thing of water here somewhere. Sorry. I usually keep a bottled water handy. So here we go. All right. Let's just play one. I'm going to play one here. so tricky. This is the trickiest part. Sorry. This part is so hard. Anyway, I almost made it. I'm going to keep practicing that, y'all. I barely learned the end of it. Where's it at? Oh my gosh, that is such a hard song. Anyway, it is related to Music for the Masses because Alan Wilder plays that on the B side of Little 15. Right? Anyway, it's been 1 hour. I usually live stream for an hour. I want to thank you guys. I'm trying to break 150 for the end of the year. This is episode 146, so I got 4 more to go before the end of the year. Thank you all for joining me on this channel and on this crazy little live stream adventure. It's been 1 year of consistently live streaming, so I feel really good about it. I hope you guys are having a great end of your year. God bless you all. We'll see you in a few days. I'm going to be working the next couple days, so I'll be back probably in about 2 or 3 days, okay? God bless you all. Have a great couple days, and we will see you soon. Bye, everyone.